So Purple is a proud supporter of Who Are These Podcasts. He's the guy who sends all the cat pics to Vic.
Nice.
It's his claim to fame. And
I'm a troll.
And he lives down in Florida. And John was at the Black Box. And you went to a show.
I did, and it was by far the worst 30 minutes I've ever sat through.
So he doesn't even do 45 or an hour?
No, barely.
Wasn't he the headliner?
Well, there was an opener, Steve Zimmerman. He did a movie, I think, called Taps or something. He was decent.
Okay.
He got the crowd all warmed up. Made a lot of jokes about how empty the theater was, which I don't think John liked very much because he took an extra 5 minutes even getting out on the stage.
I have that. Can I play the beginning of your audio here?
Please.
This is funny because he trips right out of the gate. You know, like John just cannot get out of his own way. How many people do you think were there watching this show?
So the peak was 15 during Steve Zimmerman, and 3 people left when John appeared on stage.
How much were tickets? I need to know.
So tickets, when I bought them, were $20, and then they started giving away free tickets if you bought a bar card.
I saw that. Yeah, tickets were free eventually. All right, so this is introducing Stuttering John and him making his way to the stage.
But yeah, without further ado, you know him. I think from the writer-producer from the Jay Leno Show, the Howard Stern Show. Give it up for Stuttering John Melendez, guys.
A smattering.
They start playing music because they're like, where the fuck is this guy?
It'll be so great if he came out with half of a ham sandwich because he needed energy.
Well, he came out with 2 Coors.
Yeah, of course he did.
Oh, there he is.
That was a hell of an intro. The guy just intros me and I'm drinking in the back. How we doing? Hope this shit we do this whole show from my car. Man, I really packed it in today. Give it up, everybody. Let's let you drink.
I'm guessing you didn't go on his podcast the next day and say, we could have done better with attendance. I'm guessing you thought this was an amazing show that he did.
I crushed it.
So he came out with 2 Coors Lights in his hands, Purple?
Yeah, he came out with 2 Coors Lights, and I didn't have time to clip it, but he finished them within like 15 minutes. And and he just kept taking swigs from the empty one that he still had in his hand.
Well, he's got OCD, you see, so he has to drink the beer and then pretend he's drinking it for another 3 times, put it down, 2 more, put it down 1.
I can tell by the look at this crowd, I'm going to need 4 more Coors Light.
Well, he signaled to the bartender eventually to get him another beer, but she didn't. She just ignored him.
Your credit's no good here, sir.
Yeah. I'm sure he hit his limit before the show even started.
So let me ask you this, because I have not seen Stuttering John do stand-up live. Does he wait for an applause break to take a sip from his beer, or how does that work?
Well, there's barely any applause to begin with, so he just drinks whenever, really. Whenever there's... Oh, he did yell skull. I forgot to clip that. But when he finished his second beer, he looked at the bartender and went, "Go!" And nothing happened.
So I will say that you sent me the entire 35-minute clip, and I think I might want to turn this into a bonus show or something. I mean, the audio is not great, but we can decipher what's going on here. Are there any timestamps, though, Purple, that you want us to go into and check out?
Yeah, I sent a text file of the timestamps on Discord. I don't know. Yes.
Can you look at those and tell me where do you want me to go on here? So
sure. From 6 minutes to 6:16, there's his first belly rub joke, and it was disgusting.
Okay.
Like a fucking butt plug, you know what I mean? No, it's like, you know, like I'm short, my whole family is short and barrel-shaped on top. Was short with skinny little legs and barrel-shaped. My whole family's built to go over there in the falls. Our family photo looks like Donkey Kong. And my wife was such a hippie. She She was 9 months pregnant, and she insisted upon wearing a belly button ring. She started to look like a freaking hand grenade. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? She started looking like a hand grenade. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
with the punchline.
Hand grenades have rings on them. Yes, I know what you're saying.
I should have realized it didn't translate very well to audio, but for that entire bit, he pulls up his shirt all the way to his nipples and just starts rubbing his belly. And his pants are fairly well down. You can see like way too much.
I don't want to know any of this. Yeah, it's Producer Chris. Do you need
Trying
time?
You need to vomit.
Do you want some personal time off? Yeah.
At the
Come
very
back
end,
in June.
at the very end, when he does his second belly rub, the Squeegee Joke, I legitimately had my head in my hands, just holding vomit.
We all know the Squeegee Joke because he jerks off onto his stomach
Ugh.
and then uses his underpants elastic to squeegee it down.
Well, since we're on the vomit train, let's go to his fake orgasm bit. It's from 10:05 to 11:17.
I can't wait. I'm so excited about those.
Yeah, I get hit in the bar a couple of beers. No, but it's true. And I swear to God, now it's getting to the point, Scott. Now, I don't know about you. I know you got a girlfriend. When I'm having sex, I start getting tired. Right? Like you start getting tired because you can't keep up when you're young, you know? You know, I started getting tired, and I swear on my life, I faked an orgasm. And ladies, we have no business if men cannot fake orgasms. You ladies have plenty of practice, you know? We don't. You know, and there I am. So I'm in her into Marissa, and I'm having sex. I'm like, oh my God. So I just go, she goes, you didn't come. I go, yeah, I did. She goes, let me in. And this is the problem. Now I'm faking orgasms. Like if we do a role reversal now, I'm faking the orgasm and she sneaks out in the middle of the night and never calls me again.
I don't think that was because you couldn't come. I think it's because you're a raging alcoholic.
Am I gonna start feeling bad for this guy? That was how much time did we just spend? It was over a minute what we just listened to, and he's still building to like a joke, I guess. He's like, get it? I was faking the orgasm, and then 30 seconds later, because I was the one faking the orgasm. Get it? Like
Just
yes.
like no joke in there. And if I didn't know the history of this guy, I'd think he's so sad.
You'd be right.
She's sneaking out like the audience here.
Yeah. I got a keen eye for people sneaking out. I witness it every weekend. I mean, he's out of practice. He hasn't had a show that didn't get canceled all year. This is the first time on stage in 2022.
I legitimately thought he would cancel. When it got to the 4-minute mark and he hadn't gone up on a stage yet, I thought he was just going to book it out the back door and never return.
Did you see that the show the night before was canceled? He's supposed to play at a different black box in Florida.
Oh, yeah, the Boca Black Box.
Boca Black Box. Did you see what people were saying about that? Because I happen to follow the subreddit.
No, I haven't.
So apparently he was promoting this show. And then, you know what? I have the clip of him talking about why it got canceled. And let me see if I can find that real quick because it's pretty funny. Yeah, this is him lying about why the gig was canceled. All right, now let's hear John's gig.
I have my gig tomorrow at the Lake Park Black Box. Anybody in Florida, please come down and see
I'm begging you.
the great Stuttering John on stage. I was supposed to do last night on 420 at the Boca Black Box, but the weed company only wanted open micers, not a professional comic like myself. So that's why the owner, who I'm very tight with, was trying to get me on the bill, but they're like, we only want open micers, no pros.
That's never happened in the history of comedy clubs. They only want open micers. So the reason why everyone knows he's lying is because they went to the website and there was a Grateful Dead cover band playing that night. So it was 420. He goes, I was supposed to be booked to do a comedy show. They probably sold no tickets. And they went, shit, we got to do something. It's 420.
Yeah.
Let's get a Grateful Dead cover band in here and at least get 30 people to come hang out with us and smoke weed. How pathetic is that? Well, that's the worst excuse I've ever heard. They're supposed to be all open micers. And they didn't want someone professional like me.
Yeah. I mean, I was running an open mic at the comedy club last night, and Anthony Jeselnik showed up, and I was like, no professional, only amateur bullshit.
Get out of here. But I brought 100 people with me. Get the fuck out of here. And never come back again, you asshole. Oh, John.
And where's he broadcasting this from? A medical tent?
Oh, there's, now that you bring that up, actually, Hal Sparks makes fun of him because Hale is also wondering where the fuck John is.
So by the way, congratulations. I hear any day now your appeal will get you out of a Belgian POW prison. Is that where you're being held currently?
I'm at Scott the engineer's house.
Oh, right. I had no idea that he did his whole entire house like the prison cell in the Jean-Claude Van Damme movie.
All right, so once again, John has to mooch off his friends and stay with Scott the engineer. He can't just get a hotel room. He's not playing gigs where they'll put him up. Because honestly, I happen to know people who work at the comedy club here in Rochester, and when comedians come to town, they put them up. That's how that works. And John can't even get that in his rider. Can I get 3 Coors Lights? You get 2, and we're not giving you a hotel room.
Skull.
All I wanted was 2. That's how I negotiate. Sorry, Purple. I've been ignoring you, and you have so much to talk about here.
Well, I was just going to make a comment. If you hear a lot of outrageous laughing in the clips, that's Scott. He's one of the 12 in the audience.
Oh, okay. That's nice of him. You sure he's not just like coughing from having smoked cigarettes for 68 years?
He might be doing that.
Might sound like laughing, but it's not. What else do you want to play from this this comedy show?
Well, we got a Glory Days recap from 1546 to 1720.
All right. I do love me some Glory Days. 15 what, you said?
1546.
All right. I'm pretty close.
I'm a Danish stick in my dick. I steal clogs. I used to be on the Howard Stern show. That's where I work with my buddy Scott the engineer over there.
We know! That's why we're here.
He introed with that.
Yeah, I know. That was like, by the way, you know him from the Howard Stern show. Hey, everybody, I used to work on the Howard Stern show.
The Howard Stern show? Yeah, I used to ask fucked up questions. Scott used to edit those interviews like I asked the Dolly Lama, the people go up to you and say, hello, Dolly.
Oh my God, they got nothing.
Yeah.
Good.
That was his first example. I asked the Dalai Lama. People go up to you and ask, hello, Dolly, or say, hello, Dolly. You're like, oh, okay. Fred write that one? It's not as best.
Let's see. I asked.
Let's see what's in the news today.
You guys didn't like that one? All right. Well, let's see what else.
Whoa.
This is so bad. This is so uncomfortable. I'm not even there, and I'm uncomfortable. I can pause it whenever I want.
I asked Johnny Cash if his condom was black. I asked Ringo Starr what he did with the money. He said,
No. What did you do with the money, John? That's the question we're asking.
what money? I said, the money your mom gave you for singing lessons. I got strangled by Lou Reed for asking him if he still.
You know what I feel bad about? When we first did the Stuttering John podcast years ago, I started off the show by saying, I like Stuttering John, and that was the example I gave, was the Ringo Starr thing. I'm like, look, he had some really funny bits. Here's one of them. If I had known that in 2022, that's the middle of his fucking stand-up act, I never would have given him credit for it. It's like, oh, he's giving himself credit for it? Okay, that's fine. Then he gets it.
He's doing 30 minutes, and part of that is saying, remember when I said this on the radio 20 years ago, 40 years ago?
And 4 of it was getting to the stage.
Yeah, right.
Remember when the lowest form of conversation, I might want to add.
Masturbated. And judging by his script, you got. I got punched in the nose by Raquel Welch for asking her, are they drooping yet? I think she hit me with the left one. I asked O.J. Simpson if he would sign my knife. And coincidentally, he already had his own. Best response I ever got, Scotty, if you can remember this, best response I ever got was Joan Rivers, an old friend. You know, this is how great she was. May, rest in peace. Without skipping a beat, I said, Joan, do you think ugly people should be allowed to have children? She said, no, and I told your parents that.
Wow. It's sad.
It is very sad.
Because the laughter is nervous laughter.
Yeah.
Nervous laughter on the inside.
Is he going to pull out a gun and kill himself?
Jeremy smoking. Stuttering John doing stand-up.
Now, you went and saw Billy Joel recently.
I did.
Did he, in between songs, was he like, remember I wrote For the Longest Time?
Yeah.
Have you heard of that one?
Maybe it sounds a little something unlike this.
Or no, he doesn't even play it. He's just like, remember I wrote that.
Yeah, right.
He starts
talks
naming
about
songs
it.
that he wrote. What the fuck is he doing?
He
this
really
is his act.
Oh, my bad.
Go ahead, Purple.
Go ahead, Purple.
Oh, he really amps up the awkward crowd forced interactions in one of the clips. Starts at 2016 to 22:17. He forces the crowd to yell. He won't continue until they make it seem like there's more people here.
Grand stuttering prick. Pretty large words to hear in pants. Like I said, I got a Puerto Rican dad, Danish mom, and my dad was so cheap. Thank you. We got 2 people on board. See, this is like midway through the set where we're going to get everyone energetic for the powerful last 20 minutes of this.
Can I get bologna sandwiches for everyone in the room, please? We need some energy.
Now, I know we only have 12 people. Let's make it seem like 100. So, if I say my father...
There's literally more people watching us on YouTube right now with this unlisted video than there were at this comedy show.
He's going to make people say, how cheap was he?
Yes,
is that what he's doing?
I think so, yeah. You ready for it, Andy?
They're not the 15 people that are there are not Jews from the Catskills, okay? They don't know what to do. They're not doing your show for you.
So cheap, this is what we all have come together. Then you say,
how cheap was he?
The right side of the room, Scotty, you know how to do this.
When she sits around the house, stop me if you heard this one, guys.
How cheap was it? Thank you, Scott. My father was so cheap. How cheap was he? Why is he alone here? How cheap was he?
This went from bad to worse. Purple, this is a good clip.
Yeah.
My father was so cheap.
How cheap was he?
He was so cheap, his idea of a trust fund was John would get nothing trust me.
Oh my God, I've heard that too on his fucking podcast. All right.
What did he say? I couldn't hear it.
His dad was so cheap, his trust fund was, you'll get nothing, trust me.
Oh, right. That's from the book.
It's in the book. It's from his podcast.
Yeah, he
it's from
says
his
it all the
stand-up.
time.
Jesus Christ. This guy doesn't need more media outlets.
All
He's
right.
got too much. He's oversaturated.
Ready, audience? Knock, knock.
Orange and glad I didn't say banana. Holy shit.
What is he
Purple,
doing?
was that you yelling at the very end there, or was that Scott, the engineer, next to you?
I had to yell because
Okay,
I felt
good.
a little bit bad, but
He wouldn't
I felt
end the
bad.
show until
I
he
know. I
yelled.
felt bad too. Like, how cheap was he? All right.
I just want to get this shit over with, man. I gotta go home.
I'm not getting off stage until you say it.
Purple, what was the audience like there? Were they Howard Stern fans? Were they dabblers? Like, what did you see when you looked around?
They had to be Howard Stern fans. No one besides me was under the age of 50.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
And I
That
stuck
sounds
out like
right.
a sore thumb. I'm surprised he didn't call up on me.
Well, yeah, you're purple. That is what a sore thumb looks like. Anything else you want to play from his stand-up?
Just one more. The infamous Squeegee Joke.
Okay, good.
31:48 to 34:42.
All right. Let's check this out.
It's my favorite joke. I want to end with this. Because,
That should have gotten to the pause break.
Yeah.
All right, I want to. Yeah!
Thank God.
You just hear all the cars start up in the parking lot. All 3 cars.
you've been a great, I'd say crowd, but it's not. It's more like, I don't know. A group. Okay. Yeah.
Oh my God! How does he not have a joke for that? How does he not have a joke for when it's an empty comedy club?
Yeah.
He should have a joke ready to go for that.
This is probably the whole band in the band War or the Doom Brothers, you know what I mean? The whole section. So, what's your name, sir? Gary. What? Gary. By the way, after I'll hang out at the bar, we'll have a beer if you want to take pictures or talk. You can hang out with Scott. He's a great guy.
Don't volunteer.
What?
Don't volunteer.
Oh my God.
Okay. Well, then maybe Scott will want to, but what's his name?
For people who aren't Howard Stern fans, Scott the engineer was never allowed in the studio. He's not a good ad-libber. John and Scott, neither of them should have a microphone in front of their faces.
Right. He was like a black hole.
Yeah, they goofed on him how
yeah.
unfunny he was,
Right.
how unentertaining he was. That was like his bit.
Yeah.
And now John's putting him on the fucking spot during his comedy show. Like, John, abort. What are you doing?
Okay. Scott, when you jerk off, do you prepare?
Do I prepare?
Yes.
Trey Peacock would tell you should get a crew sock for your ejaculate.
With what, like Kleenex?
Nothing.
Okay, how about you, sir? When you jerk off, do you prepare?
No.
See, a lot of guys, sir, do you prepare?
Can someone answer this question correctly, please? So that my punchline works.
Officially back to not feeling bad for him.
Yeah, I know shit.
Yeah.
He's so bad at this. All right, how about you, sir? All right, ma'am, how about you? When you jerk out? Has anyone here?
He sucks out loud.
Does anyone here grab a box of Kleenex? Anyone?
A lot of guys use the Kleenex, right? Now, here's the thing. I'm going to give you an invention of what I do. Kleenex does not work. You try and wipe that shit off with Kleenex. It's like trying to wipe off egg whites with a fucking Q-tip. You know?
It's because he's been saving that batch all day. That's why.
It just goes around and around and nothing gets picked up. This is what I do. I'll be alone in bed, just in my underwear. Very spontaneous, which as all us guys know is another word for lazy. And, there I am, just in my underwear, and I start jerking off. Hold on in case the black guys here. I start jerking off. And then I splooge all over my stomach. So then what I do is, I take my underwear.
Why is this taking so long?
Yeah, no,
This is the lamest bit, and he's built it up into a 3-minute setup for this payoff.
So let me give you a little bit of a. Oh, my bad.
No, go ahead,
for it.
Purple. Go ahead.
So let me give you a little bit of a visual of what he's doing. As soon as he said my stomach, he pulled up his polo shirt all the way up to his stomach, and then he yanked his underwear all the way up to his chest.
I've seen this bit. Yeah.
And it's it was like looking at Medusa's head. I was petrified, just staring at this monster of a man.
Just so you know, Purple, this is how Carrot Top started.
Yeah.
Okay. He was like, all right, what can I use? I got my underpants and my shirt. And then eventually he's like, what if I bring a whole trunk full of props?
Yeah. So he's giving himself a Melvin on stage.
Yes.
This. And I squeegee everything down right into my pubes. 2 hours later, my pubes dry. They look like Don King's head.
Good night, everybody. What a fucking closer.
Drive safe.
What a closer. You always want to add to thunderous applause. Well done,
Yeah.
Sean.
with a dated reference to Don King.
Can we go back to talking about scooping shit out of the toilet? Because
Yeah.
that was so gross just now.
All the women, which by the way, they look like they were dragged there.
Yes.
All the women in that audience were horrified at what he was doing on stage. And by the end, I could see one gagging.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Who are these